Look, man, so this is the eve before part one, numero uno, part one of what is supposed to be this explosive interview, man. And it's been very interesting looking at people's reactions to this. And I think that, you realize when, okay, wait a minute, I'm actually being a bit stupid sort of going down this path. I mean, I'll sort of explain it. When someone is an extreme fan of someone, almost in a cult-like religious way, that cult-like religious following of someone, there is no point in communicating with them. There's no point. Like a guy sends me a DM saying that, why are you going against Cristiano? You know that we support him and we will love him no matter what. And that is where the issue is, because for me, I love Hazard. Bro, he's in the Brick Academy. My guy, you know how much I speak about Ronaldo and how I feel he's the best player I've ever seen. He owes me £5 for turning up overweight in that '06 World Cup. So he owes me, when I say, wait, why are you turning up freaking overweight at the '06 World Cup? So this is one thing I believe in. I don't believe in blind faith and blind support of anyone. No, I don't. Everyone should be open to abuse. Everyone should. Bro, I've said to myself, I'm like, bro, Mbappe, I know I say Kimpembe, but you did mess up. You messed up, you underperformed. And I think that he's declined from what he was in 2018. So, but what you see from a certain group of people in the Cristiano Ronaldo thing is, it's very weird. It's weird, but it's fascinating. It's fascinating, because I'm like, there is almost this joy, this sort of there is an enjoyment of no matter what we will to defend him, and there's almost this kind of excitement of whatever excuses we can grab, let's now use to defend it. Because I think, because we did the Monday's members hangout, remember, become a member, be part of the members hangout, and Alex B said something that I said, okay, that's fair, because Alex said that let's wait till we hear the full interview, that everything is, what we're hearing is out of context, and it could be out of context because we're just hearing stuff like in a vacuum. And obviously, if you want to promote something, which is what Piers Morgan wants to do, you want to get the most controversial stuff. Oh my gosh, look at what he said about Rooney, what he said about Neville, what he said about Ten Hag. But you don't know in what context he said this stuff in. So it is always good to look at things fully, in full context, rather than in pieces. So I think that is fair. But what can't change is, you have given an interview trashing a club while being an employee of that club. Like, there is no other context as that will change that you have, like, you said those things, whatever context it is, you said that United is this, is that, people want you out and everything. And for me, I think that's a breach of contract. Hence why United are saying, okay, how do we now punish him? Because you have to understand, you are an employee. Forget about, it's Cristiano Ronaldo. We know what he's done and how great he is and the goals he's scored. You work for a company that is paying you $500,000 a week. They're paying you $500,000 a week. So you are trashing an institution paying you $500,000 a week. Because see, here's the thing. Of course, his grievances are right. Put them in private. By putting them out in public, you make the company that pays you look bad. So the company, like, we don't give a damn whether what you're saying is right or wrong. You're making us look bad. So therefore, screw you. We're going to punish you. Now, if you told us this in private, we'd be like, yeah, well, we're trying to do this and everything, blah, 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 blah. But no one knows. The fact of the matter is that we don't care whether what you're saying is right. You've made the company look bad. You've made this institution look bad. So screw what you said. We are going for you because you're making us look bad. And we're paying you. We're paying you $500,000 a week. So from that point of view hence why this interview that he's given is, he knows he's done. Like, so this thing now is, you have to now ball at the World Cup and perform so well that people will be like, let's take a chance on him in January. And it's funny because, so while we're doing the members hangouts, the story broke of like, oh my gosh, Bayern Munich are interested. And then one guy in the hangout said, Do you know this is, have you seen the username of this thing? It's CR7 something, something, something. And the next day, I think it's Christian Falk, who's like a German journalist, said, nope, false, banned, don't send anyone or anything to get him. So, because the situation right now is, no matter what we see in this interview, he's done at Man United. He's finished. I think he's finished and he's done, because I don't know how there's any way back for him now. So, it's a situation where you have to now make sure that you find a club. And I am not sure what top club is going to want to buy a guy who is going to be 38. And I think this is the crux of the matter here. And obviously, we'll talk more about this. Obviously, we'll interview and everything. But this is the crux of the matter here is everyone declines. Everyone did. Because this isn't film. See, in films and movies, people say that you actually hit your peak as an actor when you're in your 50s, even in your 60s. Brando was Don Corleone in Godfather when he was like 47. But this is sports. And in sports, the older you get, especially when you hit a specific age, there is no course correct, because sports is about how quick your bones move. And as we grow older, as human beings, we lose our sharpness. Our bones get a lot more creakier. It's much more difficult to move. We are not as spry and as quick as we once were. So there comes an age where you simply cannot perform at the high level with top teams, because you're dealing with biology, you're dealing with science here, you know. So, and what I just find so crazy and fascinating is, I think, because to these fans who are like, he's still the best, he still goes right. Are you saying that Cristiano is still going to be playing at 43, 44, 45? And what I think is so scary is, I think Cristiano fears retirement more than anyone. Because it's like, once he's retired, then he's finished. There is, once he's retired, I don't know this, once he's retired, then it's done. Nobody will be saying anything. Like, there'll be no, oh, look at what he did. So now, because once you retire, now we're focusing on Pedri. Now we're focusing on Felix, focusing on Leao, focusing on Musiala, focusing on Mbappe. We're now focusing on the new crew. Because, okay, you're retired. So you now, no one cares now. We are now focusing on the guys who are now playing. And Cristiano and it's just so unfortunate that I just wish I could say to his fans that you have to let him grow old. You have to let it grow old. I feel that he's going to make some sort of an impact on the World Cup. The kind of impact he makes, I don't know. I believe that this being the last World Cup, he's going to make an impact. He's going to score some goals. He's going to have some moments. He's going to have some big moments at the World Cup. Will that be enough to take Portugal all the way through? Let's just wait and see. But you have to understand that it is not advisable to you to be in Euro 2024. And I'm not sure whether it is advisable for a top team, specifically with how football is being played and how tactical football is, with such great emphasis on pressing and how strikers and attackers have to work so hard off the ball, which is what the modern game is right now. I don't see how there's any space for someone like a Cristiano in a top team. But we wait and we see what will happen for this interview. So guys, hit that subscribe button over there to subscribe to all the footballing goodness as we build up to the World Cup, day-to-day World Cup analysis happening through. And join us tomorrow as we break down the reaction of part uno of this Cristiano Ronaldo interview, man.